This is a crazy story I wanted to show you guys, bro. A Florida mom ordered her 10-year-old to murder a baby over Roblox. It's always the Floridians, chat.
A mom from Florida is behind bars accused of using a video game to try to get a 10-year-old to murder a baby. I have the disturbing allegations in the case of Tara Sykes and why she was already on the sheriff's radar.
She looks like the type to do that too. Little weird ass. She got my chins.
Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. I just have to tell you right off the bat, this case is incredibly disturbing and truly, it's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Tara Sykes is in jail in Pensacola, Florida, facing charges of attempted murder and aggravated child abuse. The sheriff in Escambia County says Sykes used Roblox, a video game, to send messages to a 10-year-old child, basically giving that child instructions on how to kill
She was giving a how-to video, bro.
2.5-month-old baby, basically a newborn. Sheriff Chip Simmons will be here soon to talk about the case. The attempted murder case, sadly, wasn't the first time that law enforcement had dealt with Sykes. I'll have more on that here in just a little bit. But first, more on the disturbing allegations about how the sheriff says Sykes tried to get a child to murder a baby and also other family members. The investigation—
She was trying to create a serial killer, bro.
Started on October 18th. An affidavit says deputies got a tip about the incident from a worker at a home for children who've been abused. The affidavit states, according to the tip, the child picked up the baby after he became fussy and was walking into the kitchen with him to find an adult when she accidentally dropped him. The baby, whose name is redacted, was picked up off the floor by a person whose name is redacted in the affidavit and taken to Sacred Heart Hospital for treatment. Howell said during DCF investigator Rogers' investigation that the child had been communicating with Tara Sykes through the online application Roblox. In the communication thread, Sykes instructed—
So the kid actually went through with it?
—the child on various methods to kill the baby. Sykes instructed the child to drown the baby in the bathtub,
burn him with scalding water, or drop him on the floor to kill him. Yo! You know how twisted you gotta be for that? Is she insane? She has to be, chat. Actually insane. No, that's crazy. Jesus Christ. Damn, bitch, she don't got hobbies? Chat, I don't trust these Roblox moms.
Burn him with scalding water and drop the child on the floor to kill him. Tara Sykes is 36 years old, and she's also a mother. So this allegation that she was telling a 10-year-old child to kill an infant and giving a number of instructions on how to carry out the murder—
save her kids—
is absolutely stunning. Investigators say Sykes didn't want to just kill the baby. She wanted this child to kill other people in the house where she was living.
Why?
Additionally, the child said Sykes instructed her to kill her temporary guardians and her adult daughter by cutting their throats with a knife while they were asleep.
Holy shit.
Said Sykes instructed her on how to burn the home down by dousing bed sheets with aerosol spray, placing the sheets around the house, and setting them on fire. The child said she doused the sheets as instructed, but was unable to carry out instructions. The child confessed she had communicated with Sykes through a Roblox account.
He was gonna do it. Why? What do you gain from this, you weird?
The affidavit quotes the child as saying she was terrified and feared Sykes would kill her if she didn't follow the instructions.
Holy shit.
Investigators say they spoke with other adults who confirmed they saw the Roblox messages. Sykes is being held without bail, but this isn't her first brush with the law. Last May, deputies went to the Sykes' home and discovered her 14-year-old daughter was pregnant and underweight, suffering from malnutrition.
What?
An affidavit for that case says, I also asked several questions, and after several lies by suspect T. Sykes, which ultimately led suspect T. Sykes into admitting that she and her husband, suspect J. Sykes, knew that their daughter was pregnant in November 2023 by a 20-year-old acquaintance of theirs. Sykes and her husband were arrested and charged with cruelty toward children.
Good.
And get this, Sykes and her husband, according to records—
that mother look— oh my god. That mother look crazy too. They just look like a Floridian couple, bro. I swear to God, if we got any viewers in Florida and y'all be like, I'm from Florida and my husband says hi, this is what I picture y'all look like, bro. Crazy.
Extorting the grandmother of the father of their daughter's unborn child, threatening to shoot him if they weren't given money. The documents say the Sykeses had already gotten the grandmother to give them $10,000. Paul Berggren was the lawyer who could get you out of any sticky situation. Caught selling pirated videos like Queen Latifah? Caught stabbing your spouse 9 times with a steak knife? Better call Paul. We see lawyers like this in The Sopranos or Breaking Bad, but what happens when those fictional lawyers exist in the real world? Paul Berggren was a master lawyer who knew the system inside
That
out.
motherfucker look evil. Look at his face. No, he don't look evil, allegedly.
But when an FBI agent finds traces of Berggren's involvement in a massive drug ring, questions start to arise about how Paul achieved his dominance. I want to bring in Sheriff Chip Simmons of the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff, thank you so much for coming on. This case, I said it earlier, is absolutely unbelievable. And I know that you said you've been in law enforcement a long time and have never seen anything like this.
How did they trace it back to her?
Thank you for having me on. I've been in law enforcement for almost 40 years, and I've never seen details quite like this. I've never seen evil quite like this. When you read about the text messages or the messaging that she, and I'm speaking of Tara Sykes, what was she instructed?
Cuticles look disgusting.
Did a 10-year-old to do to a 2-month-old is just disturbing just to think about it.
You guys get this call, and it's unbelievable to me that a woman who's a mother and apparently also a grandmother would message a child over an app.
These people are the reason I believe in the death penalty. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like we should do like a sentence that matches the crime. You know what I mean? Put that in a box and put some aerosol and light that on fire. Fuck it. You know what I mean? She was gonna have the little kid murdered their whole family, dude. You know what I mean? And the husband. I don't give a bro. They all guilty by association, allegedly. Toss them in the box.
To murder a baby, and then not only murder a baby, but then instruct her in detail about how to carry out the murders of other people in a house. I mean, this was very detailed. And is there any idea as to why Tara Sykes wanted to murder this baby?
Yeah, we're still looking at the motive. I don't think you can come up with a proper motive to.
She's psycho, Chad. She's crazy.
As you just mentioned, to instruct a 10-year-old to do this particular act, which is drop a 2-month-old on its head on a hard floor, and or drowned and or scald the baby with hot water. There was just too many details, for you to wrap your head around. But we're still looking at why we're trying to connect a previous arrest to this particular case. As you mentioned, she went further and saying, oh, by the way, also do this, kill the people that you're temporarily staying with by doing this.
Chat, I used to use Kick when I was younger, and I swear to God, I got catfished because there was someone telling me to do some real freaky, nasty stuff. They was doing me some real freaky, nasty stuff, and then I was doing it because I was freaking nasty. I didn't know. I think I was getting catfished and stuff. So online is scary. Well, I say that to say like online is crazy, bro. You feel me? And there's like some sick motherfuckers online.
It's to me, it's pure evil, and to use a 10-year-old as a conduit for this evil is just unimaginable.
Yeah, let's talk about the previous case. I know it's in a neighboring county. It's not your case per se, but Tara Sykes and her
that husband look crazy.
husband James.
They both look like Angry Birds.
Are facing charges.
Angry Birds on meth. I don't even know how to describe it. Them weird ass motherfuckers.
To their 14-year-old daughter being pregnant, and they were accused of extorting the father of this child, who was unborn at the time, and saying they were extorting the father's grandmother and saying, we're going to shoot him if you don't give us money. And the grandmother had allegedly given them $10,000 so the grandson wouldn't be killed, which is insane. So you're trying to connect these two cases. Do you believe, obviously, that the child in your case is the baby in the other case?
I can tell you that where the investigation is continuing, we are trying to unravel all of this. At this point, we do believe that the arrest in that neighboring county that you refer to, it is connected to this particular case. And in the state of Florida, we cannot identify the victims of child abuse. And so it's difficult for us to explain exactly
They do the death penalty in Florida. Like Florida doesn't play, bro. They're probably cooked.
how we're connecting.
Is this a recent case? Yeah, this was 10 days ago,
I think
chat.
that you can understand that not only is there, this evil I spoke of in the case that we're working on, that we arrested Sykes for, but also that connection that happened in that neighboring county that happened previous to this. We certainly think that they're connected, and we're looking at them as a whole.
How is the baby doing, the 2.5-month-old baby? Because being dropped on its head, I mean, that could be fatal, and thank goodness it wasn't. So how is the baby doing?
Yeah, if you recall, and part of that disturbing facts here.
Hey, that's the mother sheriff. Tell that in the background to be quiet.
Is that she was instructed to drop a 2-month-old on a hard floor, and unfortunately, that 10-year-old carried out those instructions, seriously injuring the 2-month-old that you just referred to. I'm happy to report it looks like the 2-month-old will survive. And that is why we have charged Sykes with attempted murder instead of murder.
So the baby has to die for that crazy. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, bro, that doesn't make sense to me, dude. She manipulated a 10-year-old. Like, oh my God, bro. It does not make sense.
Thank goodness the baby is going to survive. And how is the 10-year-old doing? Because the 10-year-old is following orders from an adult. I'm assuming the 10-year-old is not facing charges in juvenile court. How's the 10-year-old doing?
Well, and that's what we looked at.
Imagine you wake up and your little brother got some scissors in between your big toe and your little pinky toe. And he's just like, I'm sorry. She made me do it. Like, what the are you doing? No. Snap it. Chop your foot off. Ah, that's some bullshit, bro.
Throughout the investigation, again, I mentioned as that Sykes was using this 10-year-old as a conduit through a social media platform. And initially we look at
that's crazy.
There's potential to be considered a suspect to the 10-year-old, but
why would they get charged with murder? Well, obviously the baby didn't die, right? So I'm not saying they need to be charged with murder, but they're getting charged with attempted murder. If the baby died, the action is so heinous that they should get charged with like something way more. You feel me? They should be getting a very, very, very long sentence. You're manipulating a 10-year-old child to kill its sibling. That's not normal behavior. That's completely unhinged, bro. You understand? So yeah, the baby didn't die, but what I'm saying is, why does the baby have to die for that person to get a longer sentence? You see what I'm saying? It's a crime, and it's like one of the most heinous crimes. Like, that's pure evil.
When we looked at it, the 10-year-old felt as if they did not carry it out, that they would be in danger. They would be placed in harm. And so at this point, we consider the 10-year-old to be a victim as well. So there's the 10-year-old is a victim, the 2-month-old clearly a victim, and then Sykes is charged. She's the one.
What's she charged with?
That's the criminal here. She's the one that has pushed this. And so I would again, I would imagine that the 10-year-old is going to need some counseling, is going to need some conversation, and to get over this. There's a long road for the 10-year-old. Obviously, still a long road.
Attempted murder is a charge, right? Yeah, genius, it is. I'm not saying it's not a charge. What I'm saying is it's probably not. The sentence is not gonna be as long as oh Jesus Christ. There's no way my chat's this dumb.
For the 2-month-old as well, but I'm happy for the 2-month-old. Looks like they're going to survive.
There was a lot of detail in this case as well. I mean, instructing this child to douse things around the house with aerosol in order to light the house on fire, all of these things. Did Tara Sykes say anything to your detectives? Did she offer any comments or statements at all?
Like, it was premeditated. This crazy gave the kid options, like, okay, you can drown the baby, you can drop the baby, you can burn the baby, you can put aerosol cans and put sheets around the house and burn down the house to kill everybody. That is like so far removed from just like attempted murder. Like, that is crazy. That's wild.
Well, I mean, I know you said you have the text messages or the messages from Roblox.
And to a kid on Roblox, like they're there to play Dress to Impress. What the f are y'all talking about? It's crazy.
Did she say anything when you all approached her about this?
No, she did not. She did not make any comments to us. We have a number of witnesses. We were working with our Gulf Coast Kids House, which is a child advocate arm here for the state attorney's office. So we initially got the call from them based upon the injuries to the 2-month-old that seemed suspicious. Then ultimately we had those conversations with the 10-year-old as well. But
they should get the same sentence as the one that would have gotten it if they were successful in their crime. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. If the crime would have happened the way this crazy would have wanted it to, she should get the same sentence. Like, the baby is fine, the baby is recovering. Yes, I understand that. So it doesn't count as murder because the baby did not die. What I'm saying is, bitch, lock that thug up, lock this put that below the prison. What are we talking about, Chow? I'm not gonna argue on this.
Sykes did not say anything to us. There was no confessions that we got from Sykes, but obviously we felt like we had enough. As disturbing as it is, we felt like we had enough, and we went ahead and charged her with that attempted murder.
Just absolutely awful. We're so glad that the 10-year-old is somewhere safe, hopefully with people who are taking good care of her, and that the baby will survive, hopefully won't have any lasting effects from this. Any final thoughts, Sheriff Simmons?
Well, again, that's important what you just said, that the 10-year-old is someplace safe, the 2-month-old is someplace safe.
And that need to be below the jail, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
The adults that that the 10-year-old was staying with and the 2-month-old was staying with, they are safe. My final thoughts are, being in law enforcement a long time, but when you read about the instructions, I can't imagine someone having these thoughts, let alone pushing someone, let alone a 10-year-old, to carry them out and with, do this and do this and do this. And then, there's other victims as well. I just think that goes to show the mindset of Sykes and just how dangerous she is.
Yeah, it's a disturbing case. Sheriff Chip Simmons, thank you.
We're going to follow this case, bro. This is insane, dude. I want to see, like, how everything goes down. This is crazy, bro. YouTube comments, let me know how long she should be locked up for.